On 24, we do a variety of visual effects. We've done anything from explosion of subway to nuclear bomb going off. The big challenge for a nuke, or really anything that is iconic, it's got to look like a nuke cloud. It's got to look like the cloud that everyone knows. So it's a challenge to do that in a timely manner. You know, you can come up with anything if you have months and months and months of research. We had a couple of weeks to pull this thing off. The tools in LightWave I used were hypervoxels and the third-party plugin Dynamite. I went with hypervoxels for the stem of the nuke because I knew I could get that look quickly and easily. For the rolling mushroom cap, I chose to go with Dynamite because Dynamite has this wonderful internal lighting fire shader. I ended up doing an array of polygons to rotate them so I get that rolling motion that we're all used to seeing that's very integral to the mushroom cloud look. It's a great thing about LightWave is you just get in and get the job done. Enhancing explosions was a combination where a podium where the president is supposed to be standing explodes. We needed debris to go in there, so I built up a little piece of podium and kind of cut it up, and I made some generic bits. Specifically, I modeled the seal of the President of the United States and broke it in two pieces. And then with LightWave's hard effects, I just took a collider and at the right timing just hit those pieces of geometry and they flew out perfectly. The new motion blur really helped to make the debris pieces look great because they were flying really fast.
Well, in the finale of 24, Jack Bauer escapes from an exploding oil rig, and they shot most of it on one location inland, and then for the wide shots, when he's escaping on the helicopter, they shot some plates from another helicopter on a real oil rig in the middle of the night. The original looks much darker. There's no explosions, of course, and if you look at the water, you wouldn't be able to see any of the reflections of the explosions. So what we did in LightWave is we tracked in LightWave generated water and reflected CG explosions off that water, and then we added LightWave debris, trailing hypervoxel smoke and fire, hypervoxel water splashes as it hits the water. Once you put in all those explosions, the helicopter rotors become invisible. So what we did is we added a LightWave generated rotor and tracked that into the actual helicopter. So what you're seeing is a real helicopter with a CG rotor over a real background with CG fire comped onto it.
In the finale episode of 24, there was a F-18 airstrike. I believe they originally shot some F-18 footage that they wanted to use for the jets flying out towards the oil rig, but they were all shot during the day. We went in, took the footage they shot that they wanted in the edited reference, and I animated an F-18 to kind of match it and make it nighttime and add some blinky lights. I've been here at Eden for about a month and a half as an intern. I just got out here, so I just came out here from Florida from the Dave School. And prior to that, I was nowhere near this business. I was in the Army for quite some time.
It seems to me like I've seen more advances from 9 to 9.2 than I have since LightWave 6. I mean, the amount of changes they've done are huge. And there's little changes like Viper respecting the camera aspect ratio now. You know, it doesn't sound like a big thing, but it's very, very useful to us. The new motion blur, the new radiosity, the things that they're doing that are going to make our lives easier, the new depth of field, not having to be dependent on third-party plugins or compositing to get good depth of field. You know, it's little things like that, but they all add up. And 9.2 is just a huge advance.
Of all the other programs I've tried, LightWave is still easily one of the best modelers. And its ease of doing everything. Modeling is phenomenally easy compared to some other packages that I've played around with.
LightWave is very fast. It's an all-in-one solution. You can do your lighting, you can do your modeling. To some extent, you can even do your compositing in the package itself. The renderer is very quick and looks very photorealistic, and you can get a really good image really quickly that allows you to get images in front of the client both for prototyping and for a final image really quickly.